side, no, fuck that, no more monsters. See that guy, yo, that was an imposter. A clone, an echo clone. Killed him and stuffed him in the back of a shack behind my home. No more monsters, no more monsters, more monsters, more monsters, more monsters, more monsters, more monsters.
Hey there, it's your Goulet, and I'm here to tell you about some merch that dropped in the Midnight Hour store that you should probably check on out. We have a variety of Midnight Hour logo shirts and hoodies for you. Best time of year, fall is coming upon us, and you're going to want to get all cozy in your new Midnight Hour hoodie and ready to fook, because you know I am. We have a Habs Harris shirt, Mr. Bones flipping you the bird, KC Kaiju. He spent all his fucking money on That's My Boy DVDs, so please buy a shirt. Jennifer Tochi out of nowhere, busting out that bell pepper out of nowhere, am I right? Oh hey, there's me, a Limonia Demonia shirt. I love that for me, and so should you. Ice Lord's Ninth Circle. I'm freezing my nips up in there, it's so icy. No more monsters, let me find out. Have Cheetah will view, fast as fuck boy. The queen herself, May Ann Cinderella. She's coming for your Chucky merch, Chuck. Midnight Hour boobs, classic. Midnight Hour sports bra, cause you don't want them titties flopping around when you're jogging. Bicycle shorts to accentuate that derriere. And we have our Midnight Hour supporting peeps. Papmaster, Lady J Ghoul, Hey Chuck what the fuck, Sean 420, Only Nans, 14 inches. And we also have a variety of baseball caps and beanies if you're nasty. So come on down to the Midnight Hour Army merch store and grab you up something fancy. Boglins. Ooh.
Hey. It's the Pacific Northwest Geek here. Echoes. Hero. Cha. Fuck How to Train Your Dragon. Fuck that movie. Fuck it. Why didn't somebody tell me I was all out of water? Yeah, watch this clip. I go grab some more water to drink because I'm getting a little bit of a parched mouth. Watch. Here.
Detective Cameron?
No. Bullwinkle Moose. Thrill me.
Damn, didn't give me enough time to get ice. The water's gonna be warm. Good, didn't give me time. Fuck it, dude, I need ice. What's another video clip I can play while I go get... Yeah, watch some freestyle.
Let's talk it out, Ucko. What's happening, brother?
Not much, man. How you been doing, man? I see you got your gangster look. Yo, can you bust a rhyme for us?
Shit.
I know.
Some cool
I can bust a rhyme.
I know I can't, so can you? Let's see it. Let's see the MC Rob in the house.
You know it. I just need a beat. You give me a beat, I bust a rhyme for you anytime. Yeah. Oh. Rob's made this videos about the freestyle. I can sense the tension. I feel like 50 Cent, like I could bench like 10 men. When you hear me rapping, pay attention. Because you coming out last like class stuck in detention. And if you...
I can't believe I did
That's
that.
awesome.
Whew, there we go. Sorry, I got a little... was unprepared a little bit. You know, no one reads memoirs anymore unless you're like some kind of famous movie star. So, memoirs are a waste of time. And Megan 2.0 looks like a bad comedy. I'm gonna waste my time on that movie. Okay, thought we'd do a little watch along to some of our Troma movie videos that have already been done. There we go. So we're gonna start off with Hobbes's The Garden of the Dead, which I tried through. I might have seen a little bit of, but I don't think I finished it.
What's up, everybody? This is Hobbs back here with you. We're going to talk about Troma Week, hosted by Echo Zero, our good friend Echo Zero.
Jabo, I ain't
No
got
More
the
Monsters.
time.
You know
You
the
need to
guy
stop
from the Midnight Hour.
advertising your
Also,
shit over other people's
Echo.
stuff. Ain't got the time to see it.
He's doing Troma Week this week,
Stop
and this week we're talking about Troma
promoting your
films.
stuff and other people's
Paying our respect
videos
to the
and
Lloyd Company and
comments.
the boys and the family
Stop that
and
shit.
the girls over at Troma. I'm doing a review for a movie called
Doing
Garden
that
of the
too much
Dead.
non-stop, even though
It
after I
is
tell you I've
a
already seen it, you keep doing
1972 film. It's
You need
just
to
right
stop.
at an hour long. And there's these guys that work at like this kind of outside factory plantation type situation. It's kind of like a jail. And
it.
they're all just, you know, working constantly all the time, but they're huffing this shit like
Puffing this shit.
it's almost like they're smoking some type of like weird paint or something. It's like
I think I've seen the beginning of this.
almost like they're
movie.
taking a hit from a bong, to be honest with you.
Hit from the bone.
And when they do that, they're getting really high and whatnot. And at least so they think they are. Or are they being
when I was
poisoned?
looking up
You have to
Troma
watch the
zombie
film,
movies, this one
see
didn't
what's
come
going
up.
on. So initially,
You might be hearing my AC because I'm trying to stay cool.
stuff goes down and they become zombies. I'm not going to tell you how that happens or how they became zombies. And they start wreaking havoc on people in the area, and they have to basically be warned off. And basically, people have to go against them. They've got like these shovels and shit. And
How come this one?
that's
when
pretty
I was
much the
looking up
premise
Troma
of the
zombie
film. No, I'll
movie,
be honest with you.
This one did not come up.
It's not
I wonder why.
really that great of a film. Troma has, for me at least, some are good, some are bad, some are really bad. And then some of them recently have been decent. But this movie was very boring.
Diablo.
And I just felt like the pacing was bad. Some comedical moments, especially when they're taking a huff from the poison or whatever it is that they're
have to get Diablo next week.
But overall, I'm gonna give the movie an overall rating of about 2 boglins. Give it like a D minus. It's that bad. Anyways, go check out Echo Zero. I believe Jennifer Tochi's doing this.
Yeah,
check out everybody
put the
that's
links
doing Troma Week. I can't promise I'm going to do a video every day.
All the people
I'm going to try,
who
but
are part of Troma Week.
Very, very busy on a different level. Busy, like busier than I've ever been.
Although so far it looks like
so. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed this review, and feel free to participate in Troma Week. Contact Echo Zero. And I hope you all having a wonderful start to your week. Peace.
Hello.
We got the
Jennifer
Sorry about that. Let me try this again. Watching Jen's right when it started to act up, so let's pick up. She was going to be watching. We're talking about Igor and the Lunatics.
Is Igor and the Lunatics.
I don't remember if I
Yes.
see this one. I might have seen
Lloyd
it.
Kaufman and Michael Hertz presents
Just
a
drawing.
Troma Teen release. What you gotta know? Any of you true Troma people out there, bad actors.
Yep. Bad actors, bad writing, bad everything for Troma.
Yes.
But we love them anyways. Oh, come on. Don't tell me I'm going to be having net issues. Ah, damn. Temps get all wanky and I end up suffering net issues.
You know.
No.
Not the not the greatest. Let's see, not such a fake
And
good.
Diablo 4 to
But I love
PS
it anyway.
to PS Plus.
Yes.
There we go. What the hell?
Bad taste horror. It's comedy in it. Yes.
The temps get wanky here. All over the place.
We've got
Net starts acting up.
led by a psychotic leader. Yes.
Yes, it's always a psychotic
In the
leader.
60s. Yeah. Peace. Love. This is bad. Yes. This is a bad leader. Bad boy. Yes.
What I'm watching, I watch later list.
They decided, killers decide to go on a rampage of death and destruction. Yes. And I enjoyed this movie. My mother didn't.
Mother didn't.
No, she didn't. I don't think she will have a tendency to like Troma movies. Something tells me.
Which South Circle, they're re-releasing Alligator 2. The Mutation.
Yes, and let's see. 1 out of 5. A Troma goes.
Hey, Michelle.
I would say.
Just watching some of the Troma Week videos.
But this is.
Just watched Tom's. Now we're watching.
Movies. Yes.
Jin's.
I think if this wasn't a Troma movie, it would lose points. Yes.
Look at some of the other stuff.
So, yes, day 1 of Troma Week.
Day 1, day 4, and gonna be doing day 5. Gotta.
Row 18, got 20.
So you're gonna do day 5. Yes, we got Jim. I'm gonna go past this because I don't want them deciding to do something. We got Professor Macabros. Yeah, but we did get Jim to come out of retirement.
And salutations. It is I, Professor Macabro, here again.
Actually, let's go back and watch Jim.
To regale.
Can't do Jim dirty.
Row 18, got 20.
Can't do Jim dirty. We got Jim out of retirement.
Armed political extremists have taken hostages downtown.
The Toxic Avenger is back and is looking better than ever, which is to say, looking like low-budget grindhouse mayhem done in the best kind of way. The Troma cult classic from 1984 gets a modern makeover, with Game of Thrones star Peter Dinklage taking over the role of the titular hero.
I'll give it a chance.
Or Toxie, as he's called, from original Toxic Avenger actor Mitch Cohen. An ensemble of famous faces will join Dinklage in the mayhem, including Jacob Tremblay, the Predator, Taylor Page, Beverly Hills Cop Axel F., Jane Levy, Evil Dead Remake, with Kevin Bacon and Elijah Wood showing up as villainous brothers Bob and Fritz Garbinger.
Yes.
As you can see in the trailer, The Toxic Avenger 2025 is fully embracing the low-budget splatter film spirit of the original, which is exactly what the hardcore fans probably want to see. The latest synopsis for the Toxic Avenger remake states, when a downtrodden janitor, Winston Goose, Dinklage, is exposed to a catastrophic toxic accident, he's transformed into a new kind of hero, the Toxic Avenger. Now, Toxie must rise from outcast to savior, taking on ruthless corporate overlords and corrupt forces who threaten his son, his friends, and his community. In a world where greed runs rampant, justice is best served radioactive. The film stars Peter Dinklage, Kevin Bacon, Elijah Wood, Taylor Page, Jacob Tremblay, and Jane Levy.
In fact, at one point it didn't look like we were
Written and directed by Macon Blair and based on Lloyd Kaufman's film of the same name. The Toxic Avenger opens in theaters on August 29th, 2025. Ironically enough, this Toxic Avenger remake has been sitting on the shelf for the last few years, since it was first screened at Fantastic Fest 2023. Due to the unrated nature of the film, which boasts extreme violence, gore, and other graphic content, it could not find a major theatrical distributor. That roadblock was finally cleared early this year when Cineverse acquired the film and set it for release at the end of summer.
One and only. Now it's Dark Jam to come out of retirement. Who would have thought it would have took Troma to get Jim to come out of retirement? That's something, interesting, buddy.
Greetings and salutations. It is I, Professor Macabro, here again with you to regale you with the Uno Day 1 of Echo Zeros. Cha, cha, cha. Babies. Troma Week, yes indeed.
Yes.
If you're not following Echo Zero, you should. Why aren't you following him?
Follow Professor. Follow the Professor all the way.
Follow him right now. Stop this video and follow Echo Zero. I will wait here patiently until you do.
I love this part. This part had me laughing. You got to give it to the Professor. He is such an entertaining, talented person.
Oh, good. Yes. Actually, he has two channels. Yes, indeed. Echo Zero and Echo Zombie. You should also probably subscribe to Echo Zombie. I'll wait. Go on.
Damn, Professor's awesome.
And you're back. Good. Good that you know how to follow instructions.
The Professor should have a lot more followers, subscribers than he does. He's such a talented, awesome guy who deserves the attention
because it gives me a chance to talk about stuff. 80s Week is one he did that I tried to participate, but he posted that he was going to do Troma Week. Troma Week. And I couldn't avoid being part of this because I love Troma. I am well known from here to Timbuktu to enjoy weird movies because I myself am quite weird.
I think you're about as normal as you can get.
love Troma like I do. I love the Asylum and other studios of the like.
Yeah, I don't know about the Asylum thing.
Has for the longest time promoted independent movies.
Give shit about Troma.
None of your big budget Hollywood studio produced money grubbing movies, but independent movies. And as such, we have gotten a whole bunch of really weird and awesome movies that I've quite frankly enjoyed. Yeah. But Professor Macabro's memory is well known to be
he's like me.
Shitty, not gonna lie.
He's got that old man memory like I do.
In this old noggin. A combination of insomnia, which doesn't help the brain process information. Yes,
well, they have a fantastic
in my later years, a little bit of the glug glug glug. That's also not good for the noggin. And my already existing mental health issues. So my memories are a bit jarbled up, so I couldn't, for the life of me, remember what's the first actual Troma movie that I've seen. But the one that I remember leaving a huge impact is the topic of today's video for day 1 of Echo Zero. Echo Zero! Cha, baby!
Cha,
indeed, I am obligated by law to do that every time I mention Echo Zero. Yes, indeed. So, but the big Troma thing that I remember was when the Toxic Crusaders came out. You know the one that had the Toxic Crusaders, and the hideously deformed humans of supersize and strength. Yes, indeed, I saw that first episode, and I was like, holy shit, this is cool. It's kind of like a fucked up Captain Planet, because it had these horrifying mutants that had to stop.
Gonna take down to zero.
What's the word I'm trying to think? Again, my mind is crap. Environmental disasters. Whereas Captain Planet had a group of relatively normal-looking kitties summoning Captain Planet. This one had Toxie, the lovable Toxie, the mascot of Troma. Teaming up with some other mutants to fight this four-armed fucker that was trying to, destroy the world. It has to do. I was like, I like this. It's kind of like a fucked up Ninja Turtles and fucked up Captain Planet. And they had a incest baby, and out came the Toxic Crusaders, and it was a chef's kiss. And then the toys also came out, and the toys were fucking cool. I loved the toys. I think they were made by Playmates, if I remember correctly. Again, take what I say with a grain of salt, because my memory, as I've mentioned,
you got the old man memory like I do, Professor.
But the toys I think were made by Playmates, and they were the company that were doing the Ninja Turtles. And so the toys kicked ass. I was like, ooh, I want to own them all.
Damn.
They had the four-armed fucker that I mentioned, and Toxie. And they had this skeleton punk that glue in the dark. Thought he was fucking cool. And the good guy with the big old nose and the snot, and the guy with the two heads, and just really, really cool.
Some stuff
so I really dug the cartoon, and I wanted more, but unfortunately, it didn't get too many episodes, which is weird, because the episodes were well animated, they were really cool, voice acting was solid, the toys looked badass. I thought this would be a hit, but unfortunately, it was not. But I still remember the Toxic Crusaders as being an awesome cartoon, and as far as I can remember, my first proper introduction that I can actually rationalize to Troma. I might have caught a Troma movie way back when I was a little younger. One late night on TV, but
we're doing The Stand again.
I don't remember. I don't remember a lot of things, unfortunately. Which is a good thing or a bad thing, but not neither.
It's that old man memory, Professor. We both have it.
Or over there. Whatever. Yes, indeed. But Toxic Crusaders is, again, the big introduction that I remember to Troma.
I think I knew who Troma was before Toxic Crusader. I knew
episode of Echo Zero's Troma Week.
Toxic Avenger already. I think before then.
Back in
Toxic
a while
might
ago,
have
you
been
could get it on the Dollar Tree.
my introduction.
I know Echo Zero got the whole season on Dollar Tree. So
I might have seen Mother's Day before Toxic Avenger.
A company re-releasing.
So I don't know. It's either Mother's Day, the original Mother's Day,
the only one I was able to
or the
keep
original Toxic
is
was my
Toxic, but
introduction.
he's missing an eye and he doesn't have mop. Kind of sucked. But yes, if you can watch it, definitely watch it. It was a good cartoon of hideously deformed humans of super size and strength going about, saving.
They did a video game.
Definitely good
That was
watch.
on Super
And I
Nintendo and
highly
Sega
recommend
Genesis.
Indeed.
And are going
So
to be
that was
releasing yet
day
another.
Uno of Echo
Super
Zero's
Saiyans.
Troma Week. Yes, indeed. Follow Echo Zero
No,
and
follow
the rest
Professor.
of the people that are producing content for this Troma Week. Indeed. But until I see you all again next time, this has been Professor Macabro, thanking you and wishing you all, like always,
a good evening.
A good evening.
Hey, hey, hey! It's the Pacific Northwest Geek here. Echo! I'm not redoing this review because I got the year wrong. Zero. Cha. It's harder and harder to do those intros. Babe. I had to shave that off. I'm here for day one of Echo Z Zero. I messed them up, so I had to redo them. Troma. Growing a regular mustache in, and then letting them grow long, and then trim them later. I'll be looking at the 2007 movie Clown Camp Massacre. A movie that pretty much does scream. Yeah, I need to grow them back just so I can do that because I don't got enough hair right now there to do that. Anyways, this movie takes place in the world where clowns are a bit more part of society than they are in the real world. You'll see more people walking around doing the clown thing. Yes, the clowns are more part of entertainment and stuff. Although we do get to see this world's version of ICP and Juggalos, because there is a scene where you get to see, I guess it's supposed to be like a ICP type clone doing some rapping, and one of the characters in this is basically a Juggalo. But anyways, we're told that there was this camp that back in 1991 there was this guy named Edwin. Edwin wasn't that funny, and he ended up snapping and killing pretty much everybody who was there. But some 15 years later, they're going to be reopening the camp, and a new batch of clowns is coming in. Yes, and a new batch we're introduced. Clowns. We got the Juggalo one. We got one that keeps asking people if they want to see his wiener. And what does he something like that? Does open it up, and he looks like he's got a thong on. He likes to make. Yeah, I didn't need to see a clown in a thong. All the sound effects of him jack-a-lacking was not needed. Like one that does like magic. I went to this one clown that is the granddaughter of this famous clown who is the guy who runs the camp, owns the camp. Anyways, Edwin is still alive, and he's watching TV one day, and we get a little taste of what this world is like with the clowns when he sees an ad. They're saying, guess what? We're reopening Clown Camp. And everyone's all, no, I gotta go kill them all. And he makes his way there, killing a large-breasted hippie clown, I believe. Yeah, she had a nice friend. Why kill him? Before he makes it to the camp and starts killing off the different people there. There's one clown. He's like a cowboy rodeo. He's a rodeo clown. He's doing this machine. I guess it's that machine. I'm sure that machine has a name. Of hay. But I can't remember the name for that hay barrel machine or whatever they call it. One of them, he makes a cream pie, and it's got like dynamite in it and blows it up. Yeah, how could he not have seen those sticks of dynamite sticking out? He decapitates. What happens is he makes some noise, so one of the clowns is having sex, goes off to see what's going on, and he sneaks back in and he kills the clown's girlfriend and leaves her body there. The guy comes back in, and because it's dark, he doesn't see that she's been decapitated, so he's basically committed necrophilia. Yeah. That was when he climaxes, he pulls out a can of what they call it, silly string. Yeah, is that what they call that? He sprays it all over the place. Did I get the name wrong? It's not called silly string. Oh god, I just had sex with a headless dead body. And this movie does kind of have moments where you can definitely tell it's a Troma movie. Yeah. Like one guy gets most of his head melted off, but he still stays alive, and they got to take his temperature by shoving a thermometer up his woohoo, and they pull it out. It's got all this brown stuff on it, so it does scream Troma at times. However, the thing I don't like about this movie, because I've only seen this movie twice.
Yeah,
I first saw it years ago, and then for Troma Week, I decided to rewatch it.
Hurts the movie,
and I was reminded about why this movie is one I'm not that much of a fan of. It's the ending. Back in the 80s, there was this film, which I believe I did a review of, and I have a copy of it around somewhere, called April Fools. And if you've seen this movie back from the 80s, you know the ending, there's a swerve.
Yeah.
This movie pulls off, Clown Camp Massacre pulls off a similar swerve. There's some differences, but there is still
It works for a 1980s April Fool's movie.
The 1980s horror movie, April Fools, then you know what that swerve
but
is.
It did not work for this movie. It actually.
But here, somehow the way they do it
just
isn't good.
Was terrible.
To me, I had enjoyed the film.
I gotta make.
And I was watching it.
Let's see.
Rewatching it, and as I got closer to that point, I started to remember why
the next
have spent years since I've watched this film. Is because the way they do that ending with that swerve ruins the movie. Yeah, you do get to see Lloyd Kaufman playing a character named Vic Vickers, so Lloyd's in this movie, but still that swerve ruins this movie for me. It's a funny horror. I call it. They say it's a horror movie. It's more of a horror comedy.
I gotta upload the
feel to it.
Next,
but again, that
Troma one
to me ruins this movie.
For the
I will say they did kind of do a little thing at the end.
Probably after this, I gotta upload the
kind of hinting
next
at
Troma bonus
sequel.
Troma Week bonus video.
It's Edward the Clown Bloody Birthday.
I think I was supposed to upload today, but I forgot, so that one's gonna be late. But that's okay.
Prime. I'll put a link for the trailer, and it is. I'd say watch the movie, but till you get towards the end, stop, because that ending to me again ruins this movie.
Yeah, ending.
You'll be like, oh, this is a great movie. That ending, you'll be like, oh god, it sucks.
Yeah, the ending kills the movie.
If you've seen this movie,
fun movie, ridiculous movie, silly movie, enjoyable movie. Till you get to that end,
said that
when they basically
Edwin had been a character that had done some
find a way
type stuff
to ruin things.
Previous before this, the ICP stuff, like when the one guy who's like the juggle guy, he's telling the story about what happened with Edwin.
Yeah, he raps it.
He does it in such a way where he's rapping it.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool that it is a.
There's a little rhythm like he's rapping.
Fago Soda and
yeah, I forget what they call the
ICP the Juggalos. You know what I mean.
The Fago Soda in it. I forget what they call it
because I had something that is now passing through my system, so I got to go take the clowns to the clown pool.
Watch what you eat before you do a stream.
But this is the first time. I could create it a few years ago. I created an event called 80s Week. And for the last few years, 80s Week has been a hit. It gets bigger each year. And I hope that Troma Week is able to reach that status too. So I look forward to seeing what others who take a part of this event, what they pick. Anyways, I gotta go. Gotta drop the clown to the clown pole.
Yep.
And I am the Pacific.
What did I eat?
That was
that did number on my system.
Flip side, Tuda.
Lou. Motherfuckers! Hey everybody, it's your favorite YouTuber and your Bob Goldberg. Midnight Hours #1 YouTuber, Midnight Hours Movie Wonder Man. It's time for my latest video on Troma Week Day 2, and it's a doozy. Return to Nukem High Volume 1. Now Return to Nukem High Volume 1, where these two girls, Christy and Lauren, went to high school, played by Oscar Paredes.
Still need to see the second return.
And it was a good ass movie.
High.
And it's Troma
I've only seen
Week.
Volume 1. I haven't seen the first one yet.
And it's Troma Week Day 2. Now, Return to Nukem High Volume 1 is one of my favorite movies of 2014. I enjoyed it. I have the DVD copy towards that.
Just
And
looking
I'll
at
leave Echo Zero's channel link. I thought that was a good movie. Return to Nukem High Volume 1. I enjoyed it for its work. It stars Oscar Paredes, Catherine Walker played Von Horowitz, Zachary Gamiko. And here's a fun fact: I went to Return to Nukem High. I was part of the digital campaign for that. Return to Nukem High Volume 1 was good and everything. On a scale 199, I just 100. And Troma Week continues tomorrow. I'll Echo Zero's channel link. Now please subscribe to my YouTube channel and show. I'm hoping Midnight Hours #1 YouTube channel. Midnight Hours movie. What am I? Follow me on Instagram. I say most of
What 2-day movies?
Shit. You know, click on notification one to more fun.
Yeah.
So if I have
I guess Krispy Kreme and
869
McDonald's
subs,
coming to an end.
Actually 880 subs. Woo! We're getting there. We're getting closer to 900. You can follow me on Community tab. I do a podcast. Hobby Navi up this week and all that. Right now,
Starship Godzilla. What the fuck is Starship Godzilla?
Weekday 2, Return to Mod. Good night, y'all. Anthony, out.
Hey. It's the Pacific Northwest Geek here. Echo Hero here. Shaw. How does Professor do that? Troma's War.
Zero presents Troma Week. I'll be looking at a 1988 action film from Troma. Something I'm not exactly used to watching Troma stuff, but I'll be looking at the film 1988 Troma's War. Also, I don't believe there's a fighter jet in the movie.
No, that's not a fighter jet in the movie. Even though they put it on the cover.
But they got conjoined twins. Anyways, this movie tells that there's a plane that crashes on this island, and the survivors, as they're trying to, recover from it and figure out what the hell's going on, they are attacked by some evildoers. The ones who aren't killed are either taken prisoner or scattered to the woods. We come to find out the evildoers basically want to infiltrate America, spread chaos, pandemonium, and one of the ways they want to do it is also
kind
by
of
spreading a
McPukes.
a certain disease. I don't know if YouTube would be too happy if I say the name of the disease out in the open, but it begins with A, ends with S, and has 2 more letters. But it's a 4-letter word.
Yeah,
You rearrange it. I believe it says the word said. Figure it out. But anyways, we see that one of the bad guys ends up forcing him. Actually, a couple of the
they
bad
need to
guys
come up with different phrases like the Professor does.
try and hope to infect him with the A ends with S. But the good guys decide to fight back, and we get some action scenes of people being shot. This guy's like a used car salesman, war vet. He goes around cutting people's ears off and turning them into a necklace, and he's a good guy. You got this guy's like this British guy, whatever, who's got like this poison dart, so he can shoot at press people and go 1.
Yeah, he counts after he hits him with the dart.
3.
Counts
4,
down.
5, and then they die. You got the cowardly guy who just basically is a dick and chicken shit. You got the couple who's always bickering, and they're gonna hook up. Spoiler, they do. One of the bad guys has got like this pig nose, and you can see the appliance. Sometimes when he moves, you can see the the appliance. You can see the line.
See where they didn't do
evident
that good of a job
there.
of blending it in.
Sometimes when he talks, this is breathing. He makes it.
And every now and then, he does do pig sounds.
During one of this action scenes, this one girl basically comes in and she see where they're connecting the head. She unconnects and picks up a machete and
Right down the middle.
kills him that way. Kills all basically this gun kills or boom boom boom. The dart kills. One of the guys who they're using to try to spread the A versus the A. This was A and this was S. He gets a arrow right in the gonad. He's all, oh, I did it. I do it.
Right into the nuts.
It's on some of the scenes like when at the end when they're invading the main
You ain't
camp,
hurting nobody.
the guys are like tell the women you can't fight, you got to stay away. And so the guys
Right
are
to
being
the
cornered by the bad
nuts.
guys, but the women come up behind them and start shooting at them, and all the bad guys are just row after row are dying. And it's like not once these guys just kind of go, oh, maybe we should just turn around and shoot these people behind us. IMDb lists this as having a body count of over 600, so I can see how. Thoughts on the movie? Well, let's say this. Apparently, what I've heard about in interviews and then talk about this on IMDb, the MPAA, because I guess they were hoping this to get an R
Yeah, there were
rating,
issues with the
but the
MPAA in
MPAA
this.
kept demanding cuts. The gunshots removed, people being on fire removed. I think the same as the Siamese twins were removed. The subplot of the begins with A and ends with S was removed, and apparently Lloyd says that hers told him that the guy who was in charge of hurt here. Um, those scenes were put back in eventually. So this has all that scene, all those scenes and subplot. Although on I could have swore on Amazon it showed I was supposed to get like I don't know, maybe this is supposed to come with a slipcover or something. Where they show like the stone thing and the writing being Troma's War being like carved out of stone. Maybe that was a limited edition slipcover. Maybe Amazon shouldn't show that in the picture when you go to order it. I've known about this movie for years, but I've never watched
Yeah.
it. But as I was getting ready for Troma Week, I went ahead and ordered it. On sale,
Hey,
no less.
Erica. Just watching
My
some of
thoughts
the
are
videos from
it's an interesting film. I
so
like it.
far we've had for Trauma
It does
Week,
kind of feel like somewhat of a standard 80s action film
and looking at
with
different
the
news
Troma
stories on
touch,
my
which
phone.
Troma touch, I guess, helps it stand out. I did enjoy the movie. Um, the scene where the guy gets the arrow and the gonads, the Siamese twins being cut in half, the guy who's trying to chase a woman down in the hovercraft and a grenade gets thrown in there, and he's like, oh, shit,
Yeah, he
fuck.
doesn't even do anything to dodge it. He just
And the whole thing with
basically it's like, oh shit.
I don't want to get the ending away, but it does it with everyone going, America, yeah. It's a cool film, and it's on Tubi. I'll put a link for the trailer and Tubi. I'm so used to the other stuff that this was such a change to pace. I think that's why
Yeah,
I like a
it's
change of pace sometimes.
so used to watching more of the other, fucked up shit. Well, this is fucked up, but
Also, this is the Tromo debut of Joe Kwasiak, who went on. He went on to play Gerald in Poltergeist, Night of the Chicken Dead, Lord Ass in Citizen Toxic / Lord Ass's scientist
no, I don't think I
fellow
will.
in the Other World in that movie. He was in Terra Firma. He's been in a number of
And that
films. He's the
until
low
they
budget hound
finally
actor, so
confess on
he
those
kind
on
of knows
zombies, I
what he does in
refuse
the
to
world
see
when he
it.
kills somebody. So this is his beginning. Oh yeah, and he also sometimes when Michael Hers wouldn't do the interviews, it was Joel who would play Michael Hers. But if you've seen this movie, tell me what you guys think about this. I would ask what your favorite
My luck is playing at the bad
80s
theater here.
action film is, but I don't have one because I loved all the stuff of the 80s. It'd probably be Red Dawn or Commando. But
The
anyways,
bad theater here.
I gotta
It's
go.
not worth going
I
to.
gotta pick what day 3 will be. Plus, it's about midnight here, and I'm getting a little bit parched. I need to get more water. And maybe play a little bit of I don't know, GTA or something before I go to bed, or maybe play some Mass Effect before I go to bed. Anyways, I'm the Pacific Northwest Geek, and I
But
will see you on the Troma side. Tuda Lou. Ouch, that hurt my shoulder doing that. Hey. It's the Midnight Hour zombie movie lover. Echo Zombie here. Now I have a bit of a bonus video.
I don't know. I do know. I don't know if I'm going to play
I'm on
it.
my
I
main
mean, I
channel
liked
right now.
the
I'm
second
doing
one.
on Troma Week.
I only played the third one a little bit.
Reviewing movies
I
produced by
did
other
see
studios.
that next week when they do the PS Plus games, we're going to get Diablo
I thought I'd do
4.
a few bonus
I've never
videos
played
on
any of the Diablo games.
of some of the movies they've done for this channel. I've already done one, one of my early ones.
Oh, hey, Ben, no, I have not seen Shakespeare
Curse of the
Shitstorm yet.
Screaming Dead.
I did play the demo
But,
for the
thought I'd
Terrified
go
of
ahead
the
and do some Troma ones for this channel.
Arcade
So I'm
game,
going to take a look at a 1989
which was
movie
kind of fun.
called Chopo Chicks in Zombie Town.
But right now, the demo, if
This
it's still
movie
available,
features
you can only
house
play as
monsters.
Art or the little girl.
Billy Bob Thornton.
Oh, Silent Hill F, that's that one
MTV
that's
DJ
taking place in Japan.
It tells of this small
I'm
town.
gonna have to be truthful
where
about
a scientist is at.
see if I can turn this
You have
down
to
a
know
little
that
bit.
He found some nuclear material, whatever. In a
I
rock.
gotta be truthful
He can't
about
just
horror
get
games.
down there because they'll die. So he's been
Horror games
killing
actually
people
kind of
and turning them into
boring.
zombies.
They
You
don't
see that he kills
scare
somebody,
me or really
hole in the
entertain
head,
me. I mean,
supposedly
I like the
they
Resident
call,
Evil ones, but
battery into his head.
Layers of
So
Fear
he
was a
can
good
control it.
one.
And he's got a bit of an operation there going.
But
Then this all women's biker gang shows up because they're there to have the
horror
fun,
games don't really
some
tickle
good
my
music,
fancy.
perhaps hooking
The
some
last
girls.
Silent Hill game I played was that one where
One of the
you
members of the gang, though, she's from
just
that
walk around town looking for your wife or something and use a flashlight to keep the enemy away.
recognizes her because
That was a real boring one.
I
I played the first one. Isn't there two Evil Within games? If so, then I played the first one.
When they show up, things start to go downhill for the scientist. He ends up
I
killing one
can't
of the
remember
members of the gang.
what system I played them
Turns
on.
her into a zombie, only it's a sex-crazed zombie. And then some kid ends up messing with the mind and unleashing the zombies.
The last horror game I played.
And
The demo for Terrified of the Arcade game.
And
which on
it's one of the
Terrified of the
people
arcade
against the gang.
game,
They
you
don't
can
like
play
each
as Art the clown girl,
And when the
Victoria,
zombies show up, well, then
and an orderly that looks a lot like Chris Jericho, because Chris Jericho was, of course, he had the cameo in the second movie, and it's gonna be the third one.
A bus of blind kids that are being attacked by the zombies.
One that's kind of good, Erica, is Layers of Fear. I haven't played the second one yet.
Because the townspeople don't want to fight the zombies because that's the love.
Some of those ones
it's
like
up to the biker gang to save the town.
the
and
Quarry,
the scientist
Until
will do
Dawn.
whatever he can
Good. I have not played the
fight.
remaster, remake, or whatever Until Dawn. I need to.
It's a fun movie. It's a movie I really enjoy. Not really a gory
Played
movie
Man of Medine.
at all. It's more tongue in cheek. Completely enjoyable movie. I first saw it years
Well, there was
ago.
one.
And rewatching it to review it.
Isn't there?
I still love the movie. I still have a lot of.
What was that one? There's another one where
love to
somebody's
find
looking.
a physical copy of it. I'm having no luck. Everything's always sold out.
I think it's Shadowed Memory.
eBay. It's a DVD copy, but it's a fun movie to watch.
I think that's the last one I played.
Not super gory, not so suspenseful. It's more tongue in cheek. It reminds me of some of these old exploitation movies. I swear I've seen these old exploitation movies.
Yeah, Susan was daughter's Shattered Memory.
Women's gang that shows up and has to
And
save the day by kicking butt.
it's kind of boring because you can't use anything to defend yourself but a flashlight.
House Sparks is somebody.
I'm
sure I'm seeing him.
I've played some of the other Silent Hill games a little, but I did not enjoy Shattered Memory. You're just like walking around trying to find some memories, and something comes after you. You point your flashlight at it, and it scares them away.
Sure what you're doing these days. And of course, Billy Bob.
There's one I played about some kids stuck in a school. Is it Obscura, something like that, where they're stuck in a school at skill?
Was it Sling Blade?
Remix.
He's a talented actor.
Did you see the trailer for
What do you guys think about this? Did you? I mean, I hope I'm not the only
what was the one? Oh god damn it! They just released a trailer for a game, and I've already forgot the name.
But yeah. But anyways, this video is
Requiem.
short.
Have you seen the trailer for Resident Evil Requiem?
Sugar was acting up. I think she wants to go OUT. She's right over there. I don't want to say the word.
The one that looks like we're going back to a Raccoon City. At least they show us Raccoon City in the trailer.
Again, if you guys have seen this movie,
I gotta say, in all honesty, I enjoyed
for this channel.
I played Resident Evil Biohazard. I played Village. I loved Village.
Curse of the Cannibal Confederates.
I had a good time playing Village. I was kind of so-so with Biohazard. I might go give it another chance. I didn't think Biohazard is as good as Village.
I am the Midnight Hour
So
Zombie.
I'm looking forward to Requiem.
What's in that graveyard? Oh God! I don't think anybody wants to see me.
I think that was they showed that trailer at some award show or some game show, whatever. And the only one that remotely looked interesting to me was the Resident Evil game. All the other ones, I was just like, yawn, boring game. And here's a non-boring person, Jen.
Yes. I think I picked out a more well-known movie for Troma Week.
What did she? I can't remember what she picked. I'm getting old, okay? I forget things.
And that is
Class of Nukem High. A must-see movie, by the way. I highly suggest and promote watching Class of Nukem High.
1986.
But yeah, look at that, Erica. We're getting a new Silent Hill game and a new Resident Evil game.
And it is a
Who would have thought that?
Sci-fi.
Now we just need a new Dino Crisis game.
Redeeming Lunacy. The directors and writers are clearly all people of
I am on the new Dino Crisis game.
Humor.
And the new Parasite Eve game. Maybe a remake. That game had some, was a PS1 game that had some awesome effects in it. With modern tech and graphics, that game would be mind-blowing.
Okay, yes. Straight A honor student.
Second game had some cool scenes in it, but they all tried to...
A bloodthirsty game.
Oh, Spirit?
Out biker.
Oh. Oh, okay. Interesting.
Young couples turn into
on the original Nintendo. I gotta replace my Retron because I had a Retron that lets me play old games, but I can't find the power cord for it, so I gotta replace it. So maybe I've been wanting to get one of those Retrons that lets you play like old games like Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Sega. Maybe get one of the ones that lets you do Super Nintendo and Sega games on it.
And
the cartridges.
Flesh-eating slime monster lurks in the basement.
The old original Nintendo. Damn. I think I've heard some people talk about some people do that once in a blue moon or something like that. Someone was talking about that. Releasing a game for the. I mean, god damn, when was.
Oddly enough, I would rather go.
One million of bleed.
To this. I would have rather gone to this high school than my own. Oddly enough. Okay. 84 minutes. 1986. Yep. Troma Incorporated.
God damn.
And
they stopped making the original Nintendo in 1995.
Better than Toxic.
Yeah, that sounds like what I want to get, Erica. It's a Retron or something like that. It's called. It's got the slots for both the Super Nintendo games and stuff. Yeah. Also, somebody was selling on Amazon. They sell those like second-party systems that have like a whole bunch of preloaded games. And somebody was complaining in the comments. This comes with adult games. It comes with porn games. And I'm like, holy shit! Why don't I own one of those Nintendo? One of those Nintendo systems that comes with preloaded games that there are adult games on them. I mean, I have.
Last night.
Shit.
She said,
I have
no.
the old Sega Genesis. I have two Sega Genesis. I have the At Games one, and then a refurbished one. I got some of the cartridges, and I do have some of the cartridges for Nintendo. I think I have the Mario Brothers with Duck
And I
Hunt,
get the feeling
a wrestling
that
one, and a Godzilla one.
somebody putting their arm.
I think the oldest system I have is an Atari. Which Atari is it I own?
A guy's throat. Yes. I think that's the best scene of the movie. Yes.
I have an Atari.
I have the picture too.
Well, see, that's what I did, Erica. And then I was like, in like year, I forget, it was like how many years ago it was. I was in GameStop, and I was like, they were like, "Oh, we sell refurbished systems." It's like, "You got a Sega?"
Would be too much
Yeah.
for her.
And they was able to get on a deal. I was like, "This is my birthday gift to myself." I forget how many years ago it was. I was like, I got to have. You see, for old systems, I have the Atari 7800. I have a PS1. I have a Sega Genesis, and I have a Dreamcast.
Troma goes.
I like my old systems. They all work with the exception of the 7800 because I don't have the power cord for it. But I got a whole bunch of the old Atari games.
I'm gonna watch something on
Sonic the Hedgehog 2 was just... Oh, God, I love Sonic the Hedgehog 2. So much fun. You know they made cordless remotes for the old Sega? I remember, I can't remember if it was my birthday or Christmas one year. My parents got me one. Yeah, the cordless remote. But there was the, they didn't know that, basically with the cordless remote, it came with an adapter that would plug into the front of the system. And then, yeah, like I said, it was like an adapter. It plugs in the front of the Sega system. And then you would just put your controls at it, and it would pick up your controls. But my parents, they made a mistake. They got me the extra control, so I couldn't use it. And then I told them that, and so they went back and they got me the kit. You know, I have a Sega. I mean to get a capture card or something so I can stream some of the games. I should see if I can find those old working controls.
Once in a while.
And I didn't know about it either, Erica, until like randomly. My parents, I think they went to the neighbor exchange, a neighbor exchange, neighbor store, and they found it.
That was a good movie.
But again, they didn't know you had to get the kit, not the extra controller.
I've got a thing of of Troma movies that I love and I'm proud of to have.
Do you have any Troma stuff, Erica?
My Wild Eye movies. I keep them because they're Wild Eye. I watch them. The two I like. So, just somebody made a point.
So technically that would mean that the Sega Genesis was the first time I played with the cordless controller.
My Troma. Yes.
TurboGrafx 16.
Don't make me drop a house on you.
Damn, TurboGrafx. I have not heard that thing in ages. Damn, Erica. That is see, we get Nintendo, the old Nintendo system, and then
Greetings!
during the 90s console war, I was Team Sega during the console war all the way.
Echo Zeros! Cha! Babies!
He has got to teach me how he does that neck thing.
Yes, indeed. The ever-amazing Echo Zero.
I'm still having trouble trying to do the neck thing that he does.
Where he invites other
I've tried some of my intros, it hurts.
For a whole week. Yes, indeed. I unfortunately...
So I got to do some neck exercise, loosen my neck up.
For some reason, I thought it started on Monday. And he actually started posting videos on Saturday, so... dates have never been my forte, you see. I just count
God,
Monday
over the
to Sunday as a week. I just try to survive the ever extraneous
Yeah.
work week without
Yeah, that's what I got to do
going
for
crazy.
the
Unfortunately, I failed at going crazy a long time ago. Yes, indeed, I'm quite
Atari
bad,
7800.
you see.
But even if the Atari 7800 doesn't work, I have
old age sucks. Let me tell you.
sometimes I have some games. I need there's a retro store in here. I need to stop by there and see what they have. Pick
And
up
I
some
wanted to
old
talk about one
games.
that probably has been talked a lot.
I remember during COVID, I went in there.
Different channels.
I'm like, I'm not gonna remember this
A lot
kind
of
of
people
games,
have
and they
probably
had a
already
whole bunch
shared
of the
their reviews
Dreamcast.
on this one.
I was like, holy
Even
shit!
a lot of people within the community. But
Dreamcast.
memory serves me right. I haven't talked about this
Retro stores are fun.
I want to talk about it, you see, because
I highly suggest them to
movie.
anybody who's never been to one.
Post-apocalyptic disaster
You've seen old things you played or you wanted.
If you like surfing,
you're just like,
this is pretty good. If you like revenge movies, this is pretty good. And the movie in question is Surf Angry Germans with the questionable flag Must Die. This one, unfortunately, has a much shorter title. But I once got in trouble for posting a picture of the angry Germans with the questionable flag, you see.
Yeah,
and I got slapped on the wrist for posting a picture.
They get a little touchy about that.
Picture promoting the movie and the cast, but it had the questionable flag. So,
the questionable flag.
To avoid having my humble channel nuked by that
came
word,
across an LGN, old LGN figure.
Angry Germans with the questionable flag must die.
Found an old LGN figure and some old He-Man like miniatures.
Google or YouTube, so that's
they picked up. I have a broken GoBot.
No. Although I must admit, I'm surprised it's gone this long.
They try to recreate them.
So what is this movie about?
That's not the same.
Well, in the near future,
that's the way they
when
did
this
them.
movie came out, there was a giant earthquake that ruptured California, leaving it into a post-apocalyptic land.
But I like looking at old retro
things. The coastline, you had all these different groups of surfer gangs. Yes, indeed.
The one
and
about
the
that's Stephen King's, based on Stephen King's story.
Angry Germans with the questionable flag that were trying to run amok.
I think I was part of a watch-along for it.
And there's a lot of crossfire, there's a lot of dealings, and one of these things, an off-the-duty cop.
What I remember, it is pretty cool.
As you do, when he encounters the gang,
some of the deaths that happen in it, you're just like, the fuck is this?
Murdered, killed off, expired, no longer breathing, 6 feet under.
I need to do another shout-out video. I did one for our professor.
And
I need to do another one.
Mother, who is grieving in a retirement
people
home.
to shout out.
And
who will I shout out?
She goes and she spells revenge against these surf angry Germans with the questionable flag. And the title: Surf Angry Germans with the questionable flag must die. And she does. She goes on a revenge trip.
I like the professor's way of getting around that
inspiration for
that
Martin
word.
Lawrence's interpretation of
is
the character, or even Medea is inspired by this, but she is your typical she even called Mama
like
Washington,
more than one Boogeyman movie.
Your typical Big Mama.
Erica, I was reading. They want to do another adaptation of The Stand.
Going out and offing these after they killed her boy. Look what you did to my boy. You see,
apparently the rumor was to get another Stand for Paramount.
Splatter Troma movie. Not gooey.
Wasn't that long ago that we got the last one? I haven't even seen the last Stand. I've seen the original. I have the original.
Made by Troma.
I don't think I
made
have
by
the remake.
some other people and Troma distributed it. But it is most
apparently they want to do another one.
Movie.
They got who was it?
So that's a little
I was just reading about
why it doesn't feel. It has the vibe of Troma, but
supposedly they have a
Troma because it's not directly made by Troma.
Doug,
I think they might have produced it, and I know for
let
sure
me type
they
this name in the
it
chat
under the Troma ban. But yes, that's what I know from the particular movie. That's why it doesn't have the Troma vibe that other Troma movies might have. You know what I'm saying? But it is still a very enjoyable movie. Yes, indeed. The last time I saw it, it was on Tubi, but I think they took it out, or at least they took it out.
Okay, there we go. That's who
from
they are talking
Mexican
to.
Tubi, you say? But
That's
you
who
can find it
apparently
on
they
YouTube.
want to direct.
Surprisingly enough, it's on
The
YouTube.
newsstand. Oh, sorry,
But I
I
would
did wrong.
suggest you go to the
Here.
Troma website
But
and
that's who
order
they
the
want to
physical
helm
copy,
the newsstand.
because
But
as
it's
is
talked
the
about.
case with most physical copies, you get a lot of cool special
I mean,
features. So yes, indeed. Surf,
I like
Angry
they
Germans with
were
the questionable
at one
flag
point.
must
How many
die
years ago
is
was
a
this?
very fun movie.
Remember, they were
for
shopping
your Troma
around
collection. Indeed.
two
Have you
scripts,
seen it?
autobiographic
Have you
scripts.
not seen
One
it?
was supposed to be a more
Let us
serious
know in the
one
comments down below.
about his
And
addiction
check out
during
the
the
rest of
time
the
when he
people
was
that are
writing
participating in Echo
either Carrie or Christine.
Zeros.
The other was supposed to be a comedy
Ta,
about his addiction
babies.
when he directed
Troma Week. Yes, indeed. Here on
Maximum
YouTube.
Overdrive.
Yes, indeed.
I want a
So,
remake
until I
of
see you
Maximum
all again
Overdrive
next time,
that's
this has been Professor Macabro.
much better because they
Thanking
did that.
you, and
They did
wishing
Maximum
you
Overdrive
all
and this Trucks.
happy Troma
Trucks
Week.
is not as good as a Maximum Overdrive. I want them to do another one.
Hey, hey, hey.
Yep, that's
It's
another
the
one.
Pacific Northwest Geek here. Echo Hero. Cha. Cha.
I saw the trailer for that, then I looked it up.
Cha, baby.
One that's not horror,
Day
Erica, that you might want to check out. I know it's one I want to check out when it comes out. Is called The Roof Man. It's like a comedy drama crime story that's based on a true story about a guy who would break into businesses by basically he would break into them via the roofs, hide in the bathrooms, then commit a robbery. They caught the guy.
I don't know who she is.
When he was in jail, they got access to the shop, made like a box or something,
I actually quite enjoyed that show in the old
so that he could escape.
Jeopardy.
And then he hid in a Toys R Us.
Those were my thing back in the day.
I forget for how long. I first heard about this someone talking about it, so I looked them up, and then now I see they're doing a movie.
One day doing a race.
It's got Peter Dinklage in it,
She collapses.
and I forget who else, but it looks like it's gonna be interesting.
And her sister, who's
It's a bit of a whole outrageous thing.
comes home.
Yeah, just look up The Roof Man.
Because they're gonna be doing a thing at the graduation to pay their respects to her.
It's like I said, it's comedy stuff, comedy, crime, drama, whatever. And
somebody starts targeting.
hearing the whole, hearing about the guy and hiding in a Toys R Us and how he would be able to stay off camera and
some inventive ways.
Be able to eavesdrop at everybody, and he was stealing stuff to stay alive, to survive, and they would notice stuff here and there missing. Eventually, did catch the guy again. He's back in jail, and he's probably going to have a hard time escaping this time, but
one guy, he's doing that
it's
pole vaulting thing
just
where they
it's a story worth looking into because it's a bizarre one, kind of comical, interesting. Who was in it?
Girl gets a Sphinx's sword in the neck. Lorena Quigley and her boyfriend off with your head. And they kind of like, who is
It's got
it?
Channing Tatum.
Coach, is it the principal? Is it the sister? Is it somebody else?
Channing Tatum plays Jeffrey Manchester, aka the Roof Man.
Gray sweatshirt, black gloves.
It's pretty much one of those. I mean, the whole story, it's one of those real life stories that you go, this would make a great movie. Kind of like that woman who
black gloves and
what was it? The one who stowed away on an airplane until she got caught.
But
sent back to America and then she escaped again.
Why are they killing him? And
that's another one that we need a movie or a TV show about.
Anything
a woman who keeps escaping.
To do with what is going on.
Keeps getting caught, keeps escaping like some kind of escape artist.
Pause. Sorry about that.
Yeah, the pause in this was apparently it doesn't pick up that well on the mic. I thought it did.
Some creative kills and
something set the dogs off and they started barking like crazy, so I had to pause it.
A cool little twist at the end, kind of lets you know who it is, and that's kind of a little disturbing thing that happens at the end.
Like, what the hell? My dog didn't go off, but all the other dogs go off.
And the 80s,
again, I'm thinking my dog's hard of hearing, so whatever set them off didn't bother her because she's so hard of hearing that she didn't hear the other dogs.
Friday the 13th, there was some chainsaw stuff in there. Big era for there. And this one is early 80s, and with Lorena Quigley, who she'd been probably acting since the mid 70s. She had quite a career, the original Silent Night, Deadly Night, Sorority Babes in the Slime Ball Rama, Chainsaw Hookers.
Who would have thought we would have seen Vienna White, Christopher
2
George,
years after this, though,
and Elena Quigley in a movie together?
And a year after this, Vienna White, well, she joined as the co-host or whatever. The letter lady, she was starting doing Wheel of Fortune. She was, turning the letters. Whenever they would guess a letter, she would turn it. Probably the biggest name out of this.
I got a shitload of movies. I got to probably. I've been thinking about selling.
I got it as part
I don't like garage sales around here because everyone only sells clothes around here.
There's some.
I did see somebody a couple of cities over that was selling some old video game systems, but I didn't see any of the cords for them, and one of them looked like it had cosmetic damage.
Lorena said that.
Well, that's the thing is you got to go through and you got to decide what you want to keep, what you want to sell, how much you want to sell. Tornado Erica.
Wrestling Mexi. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, it's also.
I was just going through some stuff. So around here, that's all they have. I would love to find some people who have some movies, some horror movies, or something,
like
but
the 80s films and 80s slashers.
no luck around here.
I'm a particular big fan of. So I'm happy to add this to my collection. This is on Tubi. I'll put a trailer for this and the Tubi link in the description. Guys, check this out. This is a pretty nifty little film. I do see that it did get some bad reviews, feedback, but I enjoyed it.
Steam has some free games. 24 free games on Steam right now, and I'm seeing if this. I should look these up. Seeing if this.
And
anything.
Early 80s slashers.
I have to go to Steam and look and see if there's any good fishing games, any good free games I would like to pick up.
Seen them or haven't seen them, I wouldn't mind hearing what.
See, I used to get something called Box of Dread. I don't know if you you ever used or knew about Box of Dread. And I used to have. I think I got paintable zombie figure, a Walking Dead figure, a zombie Merle. Some stuff for Vampiro. There was an anthology movie about Zombie World or whatever it was called. Some promotional stuff for Cabin Fever.
Ooh, I don't know if you heard that fart, but
yeah, I had to put
might
the
have
sound.
a fart sound effect. But
It had like one of the promotional items I got for Cabin Fever. I don't think I have it anymore. Was hand sanitizer.
Hey everybody, it's your favorite YouTube channel, Pop Culture.
All the items to have a promotional thing for
number one YouTube Midnight
is hand sanitizer. I don't think I have the hand sanitizer anymore, but I always found it funny.
Day 3 Troma week.
A flesh-eating virus. Yes. During that video, I did fart, and I had to put the sound effect over it because I thought it'd be funny as hell.
I like.
So I'm sick.
No,
I always thought it was funny that for Cabin Fever, the original Cabin Fever,
and everything. I thought that was a good.
They would put as a promotional item hand sanitizer.
When I was in Troma and everything,
put all those?
Sergeant Kabuki Man.
Right back.
Good and everything. On scale 199, I just want 109, and I'm gonna leave Echo Zero's channel link. So yeah, what'd you think? Now please subscribe to my YouTube channel and share Chabot. Midnight Hours #1 YouTube. Midnight Hours Movie Weatherman. Follow me on Instagram, my Daily Motion, my Blue Sky, my Perfect Chat, Sketch Chat with Fun Farino. Click on vacation what I do. Come on, more fun. So far, I have 105 subs. The road to 200 sub community from community tabs. I do podcasts and I'm up this week and all that. Let me know what you think about Sergeant Kabuki Man in the comments. So yeah, good night, y'all. I'll leave Echo Zero's link. So yeah, good night, y'all. Amped out.
Row 18, plot 20.
The world's leading purveyor of top-quality B-movie schlock, Troma Entertainment has been pumping out movies for almost half a century at this point. with the studio still producing the occasional "so bad it's good" gem to this day. Troma's catalog is bogged down with some pretty awful movies.
If I have that hand
However,
sanitizer, I can
there
have
are
to make a
plenty
little
of
video
others that
about
have
the hand
taken the world
sanitizer
by
and why I found
storm,
it so funny.
developing a firm cult following thanks to their
Actually, I
tongue-in-cheek
think after this video,
humor,
I'm going to call it a night.
over-the-top gore, and provocative charm. To help you
This is the
decide
last one
which of Troma's
in the
extensive
playlist.
filmography is worth your time, these are the 10 best Troma movies ever made, ranked according to IMDb. Father's Day, 2011,
I'm going to end it here, actually,
receiving
because I need to go
multiple
take care of my
awards
dog,
after its
but
release at the
thanks for everyone that
Toronto
watched,
After
and
Dark
I'll
Film
put the link
Festival.
for all these people
Father's
in the
Day tells
description.
the story of the not-so-subtly
I'm the
named
Pacific Northwest
Ahab,
Geek,
who's
Echo
determined
Zero,
to...
and I will see you on the flip side. Toodaloo.